Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Stellaris, where I have advanced the clock forward quite a ways, and you'll notice that at this point, we have Will to Power back active. Now, we are still slightly negative on our Unity at this point, and I have not turned on the naval capacity upgrade, which would get us a little bit more influence, but it's not currently something that we're able to do anything about. So that seems reasonably fine for now. We've got all of our construction ships constructioning, although that won't be for too much longer. I imagine we'll run out of influence fairly soon, is my current understanding of the way this trajectory will go. But what I want to do first is I want to deal with this slight Unity problem. I want to be making Unity here. We're also currently losing some rare crystals, and that's something we can work towards. So I want to resettle a couple of pops from Earth. And we're probably going to resettle a couple of clerks here. So each one of these is going to be 10 Unity, in theory. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to move some technicians. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so these became culture workers. Noted. I'm going to move one more. That's now a technician. Okay, I'm going to move them back. Yeah, that costs a little bit, but that's okay. So that's understood. We moved 6 of them. So that is now maxed out, in theory, at least for the moment, on its production of Unity. So I expect that to be at about minus 20 or so at this point. So let's head over to Alpha Centauri Energy, and let's go ahead and grab ourselves another unification location. And I want to have this be offset a little bit less. Let's see, we've got Pandasak here. That should be perfect. So here we've got 42 bureaucrats and 3 culture workers. I think that's actually maxed out, isn't it? It should be. So I don't think we need anything there. There is definitely another Unity generation location that we can grab. That's Balawar there. I'm pretty sure we already got that. Okay, Salieto Prime. This seems right. Roboticist and politician. Okay, so I'm going to move over 1, 2, 3 here. And then we're going to go to Salieto Prime. So, Salieto. That is off over this way. Excellent. And Salieto Prime is this right here. Okay. That seems reasonably fine. I'm going to move the monument to the top and the admin offices to the top. This isn't quite as filled as I would like it to be at this point. Okay, so there's only so much we can do here, but that'll be fine for now. Let's see what this ends up putting us at in terms of our Unity. Minus 81 isn't too bad, but I would definitely like to do a little bit more work there, if at all possible. So, when is our truce up with the mech pucks? The answer is 2532. So that is a while yet. I advanced the clock forward about as far as I had time to. Unfortunately, it takes a while to create both the Stellaris episodes and the KSP2 episodes right now, just because of various situations going on in both of those, including low tick rate and very long arrow breaks. So it takes a while, and I have to be cognizant of my time. This is not a full-time thing for me. So unfortunately, this is the furthest I was able to take forward this morning, but we were able to cut out, I think, like a year-ish? Something like that. So that's something. We'd have some unemployment here, and I want to check in on where that might be. I've not seen it yet. It's on Salieto for 1, but there's a second unemployment in here somewhere, and the question is where? I did not see it there. Okay. That's exciting. Can we be up here, please? Thank you. Okay, let's go through here one more time. There is a second unemployment here somewhere, and the question is, where exactly is that? That's Salieto, which we knew about. Here on Namron Prime. Okay, so we have some assimilation ongoing here, and this is a robot assembly complex. Noted. This is an actual world, so we're going to need some building slots here. There's also, apparently, a fair amount of tile blockers on this world. We can queue up clearance of all of these tile blockers. That's going to be a fairly low priority thing, and I'm going to put in a monument here. Or am I going to put in an ancient refinery? Why not both? I'm going to do an ancient refinery, and then we're going to put in a monument. Okay, that should get us the jobs that we need, but I want to move all of these down to the bottom because they are low priority. So we're going to get this work done like that. Perfect. Okay, so we have some colonies ongoing here. This looks good. We're up to 256 influence at this time, so that's something. Anyway, have we actually colonized this habitat complex? I can't remember if we did. We did not. Okay, we should do that. So we're going to get that going. We did finish our habitat complex in Hodis, and that is great. This is, of course, not fully complete at this time. This ship doesn't have orders, and yet we didn't have a notification? Wild. Okay, well, we are going to go through and build orbitals in all of these locations. So let's get that going. We'll get a minor here. This is, of course, going to be a major, and I'm just looking at the way that these asteroid belts are structured. I think that our next bet is to move off over here, build a minor, and then this would be a minor. This would be a minor up here as well. This would, of course, be a major, and then we would build a major orbital here. And then Hodis Prime and Hodis Prime, of course, we don't need anything in. And then we'd build a major out over this way, kind of like that. It's a mildly awkward path, but it'll do. Okay, so that'll keep us busy for a while there. No influence cost to be seen. That is phenomenal. Very glad to see that. Next, we've got 2 unemployment here. This is probably still the same 2, if I had to guess. I don't think that's a big problem. So that sounds good.
Initial colonization phase complete.
Ah, we finished Sipux Secundus. Wonderful. So here we are, of course, going to put in a robot assembly plant. Perfect. So up to 3607 pops right now. Of those, 120 are still mech pucks, and 53 are still Zenak. We're working on getting those switched over to post-Carpetanian, as well as the rudimentary robots, and we are making progress on that. But it's not done quite yet. That'll take some time. So if we check in here, we can see every single one of these who aren't pre-sapient are being assimilated. Wonderful. So that is all absolutely fantastic. We're very pleased with what we've got going on here. We're positive in everything except Unity, which is in about -20. That is pretty much where we expected that to be. So that looks fine for now. I am still a little bit concerned about our volatile motes and rare crystal situation. That has dropped. Okay, we weren't negative in volatile motes a little bit ago. That's good to know. The ancient refinery will help with that. We could buy in 1,000 of each just to stave off running out, and that'll keep us going for a while. So that sounds fine for the moment, and that will give us time for our population to continue to grow. Wonderful. So our construction ships are currently busy. We do currently have 8 of them going, and I don't think this is sustainable. So we're probably going to have to get rid of some of these eventually, or just have them idle. One or the other. We're about to finish the Amazon 2 over in Mazarthim. That's perfect. So that is... What did we build here? Oh, we built the orbital rings. Right. So now we're going to need to get ourselves a Habitat Central complex. Okay, we just didn't have enough influence when I queued up those orbital rings to get the central complex going. So let's do that. Perfect. So we won't need any more influence for this construction ship for a while. Luckily, we had enough for that. And the rest of these construction ships are going to take a little while to finish up their current projects. So we will have some time to bank up influence here. That is a good thing. Okay. So checking in down at Chore's Compass, we're building a Habitat Central complex here. That's at 71%. We do need to get a lot of constructions done in this general area. We're not going to continue the game for that, of course, but that would be something we would like to get done. We do still have 2 planets with unemployment. At this point, are we expecting that to be the same too? Looks like Salieto is not done with its construction yet, nor is Namron. Okay, so it is the same too. Noted. It's just the low tick rate. Sure, that's fine. So we're going to finish up this robot assembly complex and then the ancient refinery after that. That will take a little bit of time. We're at -28 Unity. at this moment. We are up to 36 10 pops, including 53 Zenak, 120 mech pucks, and 1 rudimentary robot still. So that's definitely not the fastest assimilation in the world. No doubt about that. Okay, that's noted. So the volatile motes and the rare crystals are definitely a problem. Namron Prime's Ancient Refinery will help, but it won't bring either of them completely positive. That's understood. This is a mining world here. I'm wondering, do we have access to any mining buildings? Not currently, but perhaps once we clear some of these tile blockers. What was this? Minor economic sanctions? Okay. Sure. Wait, they're going to nominate us as the custodian? We definitely support being the custodian again. It looks like it is currently going to probably pass. Where can we see the actual vote on it? These are the ones who would support it, I believe. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that this will indeed pass. Beautiful. So that would be wonderful to become the custodian again. That will boost up our influence gain tremendously. So that will allow us to get a lot more construction done in the time before this series ends. That would be really, really nice. No doubt about it. That would bring us back up a decent amount. We're not going to be quite at the influence we were making at our peak, but it would be very close. So our unity costs are going up as our population does, and that's not surprising. That is indeed how that works. And the real question is, can we move more pops over to a unification world? We probably can. I bet we have one in here. Pantasak exists, but this is maxed out as far as its unification goes. Not so much otherwise, but I mean, there are the 6 culture workers we could put into Pantasak. Yeah, I don't like the fact that we can only favor one job here. But there are additional workers that we can put in here. That did boost it right there. Let's actually, this took it from 3 to 5, just switching those. Let's see what that actually does. Each one of these is producing 10. So that should bring us up to minus 10 unity. That sounds pretty good, actually. I like it. We will, of course, continue to let our pops grow here and convert over. The assimilation is taking a fair amount of time, no doubt about that. We just finished up an orbital with the CAR Atlantic. Ring world sections have been restored. So that's a pretty big deal, of course. That means we can come down here to Gamma Refuge, and we can begin colonizing these ring worlds. And we're going to do exactly that. We're going to colonize 1. We're going to colonize 2. And I think they're all going to be called Prime. Yeah, Gamma Refuge Prime. This is not going to be confusing at all. And we're going to colonize 3. Excellent. Now we can get 3 additional ring sections repaired. So we can get 1, 2, and 3. Fantastic. We can only make 3 at a time, but that is perfect. So this is going to be in Alpha, Beta, and Beta Refuge. Understood. That seems okay. So Gamma Refuge here, we're still going to have this 1 ruined ring section for this phase of the repair. But this does give us 3 of the 4 ring world sections here, and there are 9 total that we need to get repaired. So that looks phenomenal. We are absolutely delighted about that, and also delighted about the fact that the next vote is going to be nominating us as the custodian again. For some reason, I thought that that wasn't going to be a thing, but yeah, I like it. That's fantastic. So we're going to have a council election in a few days here, but we do expect to be on the council, I think. We are not the lowest diplomatic weight on the council, so we're not the highest either, but that's fine. We haven't put too much effort into our diplomacy. Hey, look at that! Our unity is positive. Beautiful. Things are going kind of really, really well right now, actually. I like it. It's great. So up to 3612 population. Ah, we got that primitive robot assimilated in, at least. And I think we got a few Xenak assimilated in as well. We were at 53 before, right? So we got 9 Xenak and the robot. Okay. Is that a year tick? If that's a year tick, it's going to take us a while to get all of this assimilated. But that's okay. So we finished up in orbital, and that is the Ganges 2. It only has 1 orbital left over here in Ambizia, so that seems good. We are making fantastic progress here. So if we become the Galactic Custodian again, which will be in a while, this is not going to... we need to go to the Galactic Community. This is not going to vote for 645 days. Well, it's not even going to exit recess for 640 days. So if we do become that, though, I believe that we'll be in a position where we can support this number of construction ships. I didn't think we would get there, but we might get there. That would be really, really nice. We can't really support them right now. They happen to all be constructing at this moment, but that is not going to be the situation in the long term. That said, it doesn't need to be. There's only so many more of these things that we need to build, right? I mean, there's a fair number of them over here that need to get built, as well as over here. But we are getting very, very close at this point. So that's wonderful. We're still building down in Nietz. We're building a habitat complex there as well. And overall, this looks really good. How are we doing on this terraformation anyway? Okay, that's a really long ways away. So I'm not too concerned about that one. We have a new entry here. Okay, we do have 2 planets with unemployment, and surely by now this wouldn't be the same too. Right? Okay, so Namron Prime did finish up 1 of its constructions. We still have 2 unemployment. Pops are not allowed to auto-migrate because the planet is too new, yes. So 2 of these went into Robotics, but we must have had pop growth here. Interesting. Well, we're... Oh, yes, the Zelvan Empire building their juggernaut. We are definitely going to finish up this ancient refinery. That'll give us 3 jobs, and that will be fine. So, no problem there. And the other location was up here, Salieto. Yeah, that's not it at this point. So, what is the other unemployment here? Here it is. Zakati. Okay. So this needs to be resettled, and we're going to take that over to a unification station, perhaps Salieto Prime. Actually, this is probably okay. Do it. That post-Carpetanian is going to become a bureaucrat, I think. As soon as the game gets caught up. It actually became a miner. Okay. That's intriguing. I did not expect it to become a miner. We need to go up to Salieto and go to Salieto Prime and look at our jobs here. So if we look at our population, as soon as the game gets caught up here, okay, that happened because we did not actually have an additional bureaucrat job. That's fine. That will get solved very soon. So let's queue up all of these upgrades here. That looks good. And we've got some districts coming in here. Yeah, that's reasonably fine. We're going to get this monument finished. It's okay. We're positive in our unity. That's where I want to be right now anyway. So I'm not too concerned about it. It should be fine. Beautiful. So why do we have a notification over here? I don't know. And of course, Zakati isn't going to update until the month kick. We'll have that notification for a while. That's absolutely fine. So the Ganges 3 is going to be finishing a habitat central complex in Kundra very soon, at which point it will, of course, begin building orbitals. We do already have a orbital ring over Kundra Prime. Not all of the worlds out here have orbital rings. I want to point that out. These do not. So orbital rings are not fully complete at this point. In fact, there's a lot of things that are not fully complete. Here's a question. Can you put an orbital ring around a ring world? That wouldn't make much sense, would it? Surely that's not something you can do. I don't actually want it to do this, but sure, whatever. I guess it's fine. It wouldn't make a lot of sense to be able to put an orbital ring around a ring world. We can actually check here. No, we can't right-click this. Okay, so Yeah, like I said, that would be very silly if we could do that. So I'm not shocked that we can't do it. Let's go ahead and upgrade this robot assembly complex as long as we're in here. Once the game gets caught up anyway. Any moment now. There we go. Cool. So that'll be fine. Wonderful. So we're back up over here. We've got about 200 influence at this point, and we are apparently going to be voted to be the Galactic Custodian again. That's very good. We do want to have the influence gain from that. We don't really want anything else from it, to be honest. Who even nominated us? This was the Empire. Okay. The Clorvinsarian Empire. So that sounds good. We finished up an orbital up over here in Hodis, and we've got a number more of those to be constructed. We could consider building another construction ship, but I think it would probably be bad. New species from another dimension in Azalash Prime. So these guys are the Ganvius, and we are going to tell them that they're welcome as long as they get assimilated. So they will join the assimilation queue. There is rather a large assimilation queue.
Initial colonization.
But it's not
phase
as big as it
commencing.
used to be in the past, so that's nice. We're down to 44 Zenak, 102 Mech Pucks, and 5 Ganvius. Okay. So assimilation is definitely slow. That's for sure. There's a planet with unemployment, allegedly, and I would like to find that. I think that's probably the one that we were constructing on previously. Yeah, Namron. So that is understood. This isn't very surprising that this is Namron here. The Ancient Refinery is still 6 months away from finishing. Okay. I just wanted to check in on the status of that. I'm a little surprised we haven't finished constructing in Savasik yet. We've been here a very long time. I guess there are a lot of orbitals here. Okay. That is definitely noted. We've only got 2 pops here still, so it's, you know, not phenomenal. But that is absolutely fine, I guess. So the Ganges 3 is about to finish up here in Kundra. And from there, we are going to, of course, be building orbitals. So that is almost completed. We are waiting 1% more. Any moment now. We did just get a bunch of entries here. Okay. 3 entries, to be precise. That is the creation of these colony ships. That is fine. Those are ring world colonies. So that sounds good. We're just waiting on this final percent. I don't suppose we can queue these. No. That has to be completed. Okay. So that is fine. I'm not too concerned about it, but it is going to finish anytime now. There we go. So now we're going to build a minor orbital here. We're going to come and build a... What? No, build a mega structure here. We're going to build a major orbital here. We're going to build a major orbital here. This is going to be a major orbital. This will, of course, be a major as well. Major here, and Kundra doesn't need anything. It's got an orbital ring, so that's all we need to do here. Of course, we do need to colonize this habitat complex, so we'll go ahead and do that with founder species only, and we'll get these guys heading on in there. Perfect. So that looks good. We're going to have another habitat central complex, and looks like this is probably going to be 2 ring worlds. No, this is down over here. Okay. Yeah, this was this investigation. These orders don't actually matter. So that'll finish up soon enough. A Habitat Central Complex in Nietz soon. And then in Jordan, we're building... Or the Jordan 2, we're building 2 orbitals. Or rather, 3 orbitals. So that's going to be a little bit yet. Okay. Well, that is looking reasonably fine. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will advance the clock a little bit further here. I just unfortunately didn't have time today to push this too much further. I would have gone a little further if I had had the time, but alas, here we are. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible. By the way, we were just voted to be on the council again. including ALS Gamer, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.